feels like I'm missing something. I don't know what it is. Oh my god, where has my beard gone? Welcome to DadBuysStuff and welcome to a new video. Now you've probably noticed that there's a few changes with me. Yes, the beard has gone. I decided one day that I wanted a bit of change. This hot weather in the UK didn't really help. Now today's video is a sponsored video and it's sponsored by Design, and they have sent a WIMAXIT or WIMAXIT 10.5-inch portable monitor. Now this kit is really interesting, especially for someone like me who uses a MacBook, a PC. I've got a few consoles lying about. It provides something slightly different. I never knew I would need something like this, but the more I've used it, the more I thought, you know what, this could come in handy. This is a 10.5-inch portable monitor with a resolution, now wait for it, 1920 by 1280, which is a bit of a weird resolution. Normally it's 1920 by 1080. Before we get into the specs and the connections and why you would need to use this monitor, I just want to thank you all for subscribing, and if you haven't, hit that subscribe button. I always say I'm going to do the video for the mic. It's still in the works. I get a few things and I tend to lose focus with doing something that I'm already started. I'm trying to get back into making videos again. Now, as always, in my videos, we like to unbox first. Now, before we open the box, let's have a look at what is around the box. It's a very plain box. As you can see, it just has the WIMAXIT logo with 10.5-inch USB Type-C portable display on there. On the side, it tells you the size of the screen, 10.5 inches. It's an IPS panel, full HD, USB Type-C, and it has a foldable kickstand. Plus it has USB power delivery. Now this particular monitor does not have a battery included, so you will have to connect the power cable constantly to this monitor to provide the power to actually use the monitor. Now let's see what we've got in the box. First of all, you'll see the screen, the 10.5-inch screen, along with the power adapter, the USB power adapter to connect to the wall. I'm going to keep the monitor to the side for now. Let's see what else you get in the actual box itself. You get a cleaning cloth, which is nice, by Design. A little card from WIMAXIT, tells you about the support if you need a manual, everything like that. And now we come to the cables. Now the first cable I'm going to open up is a USB Type-C to a USB Type-C cable. Now this is something which I was surprised to find in the box. The next one is a HDMI cable. Now it's a mini HDMI to a full HDMI. The monitor actually takes a mini HDMI, and obviously anything that you connect will take a full HDMI. Now, along with the two cables, you get a stand for the monitor, so you can place it the way you want to place it. Weirdly enough, this monitor also comes with a Racer mount on the back, but most of the time you'll be using a stand. It's quite a slim stand and it can be positioned in different ways. Now the third cable is the one that you'll use with the power adapter. It's a USB Type-C to a USB Type-A cable, and that will be for power on most occasions that you use the actual monitor. And that is it. That's everything within the box. Now here comes the fun part. Let's open up the screen and let's see how the screen actually looks. And as you can see on the back, it does have a Racer mount. On the front, you've got the WIMAXIT logo. The screen is really glossy, as you can see from my reflection. It does come with speakers. As you can see, you've got your speakers, one on the side there, along with a few buttons. The other side has your mini HDMI, your two USB Type-Cs, and that's really it. Now the buttons on the side, you've got your menu button and your headphone jack, along with an exit button which brings you out of the menu and into the screen. I will go into the menu a little later on. You'll see me using the menu. The two USB Type-Cs, which is a bit of a bonus. I thought it would only come with one USB Type-C. I'm not a massive fan of this little kind of nub joystick type of menu. It is a bit clunky trying to get out of the menu, trying to use the menu, because most of the time that's what you're going to be using. Can be really frustrating. I would have liked a couple more buttons to use to navigate the menu, but it does have this little joystick kind of trigger switch, whatever you want to call it. But apart from that, it is solid, really lightweight. You can hold it in one hand like I'm doing now. It has a really good picture quality. I'm not going to say that it is one of the best. Now I'm going to put the links to the monitor down in the description, and to their website will be all in the description. So if you want to go check it out, if you want to buy it for yourself, hit that link in the description. It does cost £119 at the moment. There is a 5% voucher on Amazon. It's not the cheapest. It is competitively priced. For me, I would have liked it to be around the £89 to £99 mark, but again, with the 5% voucher, it'll drop down slightly more. Now with the USB Type-C connections, it does support Thunderbolt 3, a MacBook or an iPad Pro or any type of Mac that you're using. If it's got Thunderbolt 3.0, this will work as a second monitor. Now with the structure and the build of the particular monitor, it is aluminium and it only weighs about 325 grams. I don't know how durable it is because it doesn't come with a case. So obviously it is portable. You want to take it out with, say, a console or a Switch or your MacBook or any type of laptop. You don't want the screen to get scratched, so you're gonna have to make sure that it is protected at all times, because I reckon a small little push and the screen will end up breaking. It does come with dual speakers and they do bring out clear, crisp sound. You do have to whack the volume up to probably 90 or above to get some kind of decent sound coming up. I mean, they're not the biggest speakers in the world because of the thickness of the screen. I don't think they can be. There are speakers and they do come in useful. Now WIMAXIT do different screen sizes. They do a 10.5, which I've got, 11.6. They do a 13.3, a 15.6 as well. Now they come with different resolutions. Some come with touchscreens, some don't. Some are USB Type-C powered, some are DC type powered. But this particular one, the 10.5, has got the best contrast ratio, 1500 to 1, and it's got the best peak brightness at 450 nits. Now moving on to when I connected it to the MacBook using the USB Type-C to USB Type-C connection, and it worked fantastically well. I was surprised at how good it looked when connected up next to my £2,000 MacBook Pro. Now as you can see, I started messing about with the volume control and the menu section. This is where I started really getting annoyed with the joystick type button on the side to navigate the menu. It is quite fiddly and it is quite annoying. Would have loved a few more buttons just to navigate the menu itself. There's everything that you need in the menu: brightness, contrast, black equalizer. There's even game modes, so when you connect it up to, say for instance, your PS4, I'm not going to say to connect it up to a PS5 because it'll just defeat the point of playing a PS5. But if you're in a bit of a pickle and this is all you've got, then by all means connect it up. It's not the best way to experience a PS5 or even an Xbox Series X. To be honest, it's not the best way to experience a PS4. So if you require a second screen but you don't have the space to have a second screen or a much larger screen, you do constant work on the go, second screen, this is absolutely perfect. Now I connected it up to my Switch just so I can see how it would look when used with a gaming system. Now the only problem I had with this particular model is that because it's 1920 by 1280, it would kind of squash the picture a bit. You can see it slightly squashed in a bit of a square shape, not a kind of widescreen, so it made it look a bit off-putting, but didn't spoil the experience of the gaming itself. But using it, playing my Kirby, it worked really well. You can even slip this into a backpack with the Switch and the dock and all the wires, and it will work perfectly well. I use the actual adapter, but you can always stick it to the back of the Switch user power from the dock to power the actual monitor. Even though this is a sponsored video, I have to say, this is my opinion, this is a fantastic little piece of kit. I really like it. If I was to go buy this actual product, I'd say I'll probably go for something slightly larger, maybe around the 11 to 12 inches. But the quality of the screen is fantastic. The color is really good. The sound is not fantastic. The sound is okay, but what do you expect from such a thin, light screen? I would have liked a battery in there, but again, I'm probably asking for too much. It is £120. It is well made. It has all the connections: headphone jack, 2 USB type C's, a mini HDMI. It does come with a stand which you can use it at any angle, and it is quite sturdy. It is made from plastic, but it does have 2 rubber feet on the bottom. It looks really nice. You can mount it on a wall if you choose. It does have a razor mount, so you can use a stand or stick it on the wall with a wall mount. A nice little screen to use on the go with your laptop, your console, especially the Switch, which I like, so you can have this portable gaming system anywhere you go. If you go to your friend's house, anywhere, you've got something. You don't need a large screen, you don't need a monitor, you don't need a TV. If you want to have a look at more of the specs, see the reviews, I'll have all the links in the description below. That's it from me today, and I'll catch you in the next one.